let's talk about the affiliate sales. A lot of people are talking about affiliate sales all the time. There are gurus who will teach you how to do it this way or that way, and they will say, oh, we're making $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month doing affiliate sales, and they do. Of course, the question for me is always, well, if you're selling other people's stuff, which is essentially what affiliate programs are, would you make $50,000 instead of $5,000 a month if you would be selling your own products or services? But again, that's a business decision, and especially for somebody who's just starting out like yourself, affiliate program sales may just be an easy way to make some extra buck, even though that's not maybe everything that you could have made, but you have other things to do like grow your following. All right, so what is affiliate sales? We just talked about merchandise sales, where another company creates products like t-shirts and mugs and hats and so forth. And does all the processing and the shipping and printing. You don't have to worry about it, but it's all with your logo. Now, affiliate sales is basically the same thing, except for you're selling other people's stuff. Could be cameras, could be books, could be digital content, doesn't really matter. And this is where, a lot of money can be made in there, of course, but you don't get paid as much, because what essentially happens is you sell something, off of Amazon or maybe another site, and at the end of the month, they total up all of your sales and give you, 3, 5, 10% or so forth. So you don't get to keep much, but of course you don't have to do much to earn that money either. Now, let's concentrate first on one-time sales. And what I just mentioned, let's say you're talking about technology, you're reviewing a camera, and either it's your blog or a video or an Instagram post, and you say, hey, if you want to get this one, if I convince you that this is something that would work for you, here's the link. A lot of times it could be to Amazon, but other stores have affiliate programs as well, and people go and buy it, and you get commission at the end of the month. Now, just like I mentioned, other stores have their own affiliate programs, but they usually have third-party affiliate software, like these are the most popular ones, the CJ and ClickBank, that get incorporated into other stores, and that's how they track sales. But these are pretty well-oiled machines, because they work with big names out there, and all of the bugs have been worked out, so they're pretty safe. And if you're selling something where the seller does not sell on Amazon, or doesn't participate in one of those humongous affiliate program software packages, you can actually go to their website and scroll all the way down. If they do have an affiliate program, they'll probably have a link just like this one, and you can sign up with their affiliate program. Now, here's a problem with a couple of problems actually with those affiliate programs. Of course, the first one I mentioned is that even though you don't have to have, you don't have to have a warehouse and ship products and make products, process payments, handle returns, and do the deliveries, you also don't get paid as much, and it's a business decision that you'll have to make. I can almost guarantee you that if you would be doing all those things and you would be selling a product or a service yourself, you would be making much, much more money. But again, not everybody can, especially in the beginning. But the other one is sort of how to keep track of those sales. Now, don't get me wrong, cookies is a great way to do it. And I don't mean these cookies, I mean software cookies. Software cookies is basically a way how all of these programs track your customers, your viewers, your followers buying stuff from them. What happens is they set this little piece of code on your browser of your followers and saying, hey, don't forget, if this person buys something, we got to make sure give a few percentages to whoever sent that person to us, and that's how it gets tracked. Does it get tracked perfectly 100%? No. Cookies is something that some browsers or some users set not to accept. It's something that does get lost. There are tons of different browsers, different versions of those browsers, mobile browsers, tablet browsers, desktop browsers, and so forth. Things get lost. So I would say that you're just going to have to make peace with the fact that since you're not tracking the sales, and the other side is not that interested in tracking those sales, right? Because if they lose a couple or a few, they're not losing any money. As a matter of fact, they're winning some money. there's no way you can check. So I would expect that some of it would get lost. Now, obviously, if they're going to be really, really not doing a good job and really trying to make extra money on losing those cookies, there will be a big scandal sooner or later. So I'm assuming they're keeping that risk low. But again, I would count on some lost sales anyway. Now, let's talk about recurring sales. And these I would encourage much more because, one-time sales, you have to do a lot of work. You have to produce a video, post a picture, create a blog, and then, finally you got somebody who's interested and they do buy something. Hopefully it's higher priced item, so you get a good chunk of as a percentage of that. But after that, that's it. That customer is pretty much done. Some of those cookies do persist for anywhere from 24 hours to sometimes even 30 days. So if that same person comes back to that same website and buys something else, you would still get percentage of that sale as well. But my favorite way of doing business is always, if you got a customer, you want that customer to continue paying. So once you made one sale, you continue getting money from it. And for example, services like Match, they do have, it's a dating service, just in case if you don't know, it's a dating service where people come in and they pay monthly a lot of times. So if you have maybe a romance, a website, or how to get dates, and you send your followers to match.com and they end up signing up for, let's say, $20 a month, and you get maybe $2 off of it a month. Every time they continue with that service, you get $2 and then $2 and then $2. So essentially, that can really add up. There are other services that I can think of, like LifeLock. It's a service that I personally also use. Kind of keeps your finances safe and so forth, and you pay them monthly as well. They have an affiliate program, and once you sign up somebody, they keep paying you over and over again until they cancel. And probably the most famous one is a Dollar Shave Club, right? These are the example of monthly boxes, subscription boxes as they called, where somebody orders them, they continue paying $20, $30, $50 a month. You get maybe a few bucks off of it, but you continuously making that for maybe a year or even 2 years afterwards. So one sale that you made ended up giving you some income over the next few months, and hopefully even more than a year. So these are your options. They're not bad options. They're not bad options at all. And once again, don't forget, I keep saying that, make sure if you do have some time that you can fill trying to sell something to your followers, which is not that much, but make sure you have something. And this is one of the ways how you can fill that time and ask them to buy products that you're essentially talking about anyway, right? If you're talking about romance and saying, listen, you should go to match.com to find your significant other, sending them to match.com is part of your content anyway, so you might as well make some money. If you're reviewing cameras and maybe you're reviewing 2 or 3 cameras side by side, and somebody is watching your video to decide which camera they want to buy, which they were probably going to do anyway, there's nothing wrong with you sending them through your link to the same Amazon that we're going to end up at, except for now you're going to make yourself maybe $10 or $20 off of that sale. So a lot of times, you can really incorporate these sales into not necessarily asking people to buy something, but making sure that if they are already going to buy as a result of your service, which is your video or your blog article, that they're just going to make sure that you make a little bit of money on that. And a lot of them won't mind that at all. So this is not a bad way to make money. It's still a passive one, because again, if you would have had your own product or service, you would make much more money making the same sales. But 3 or 4 or 5% of $100 sale is still better than not making any money at all. So look into that. If it works for you, go for it. It's pretty easy to sign up with pretty much any of them, and definitely Amazon should be one of them for sure.